All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Mashaba coming back at you with another lesson. First, before I get into it, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. Second thing I want to do is give double honor to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. All right, and salutations to all you brothers that are pushing the truth with both sincerity and with charity. All right, so what I wanted to get into is that, fearing the Lord is the first step to having understanding. Okay, fearing the great power that is Yahweh Shema Shai is the first step into having, the basic understanding and wisdom in the truth. Because it's just like fearing your father, man. But on a even, but on a much higher level. All right, and it's niggas in the world that I've heard so much that they say, "Why would the Lord want you to fear Him?" and this and that. Like, nigga, this is an almighty power. If you not gonna fear the Lord, you're not gonna do His. If you don't understand what is gonna happen to you, you're not gonna strive with the same diligence that you would. All right. It's we love and fear Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, because He's given us a chance at salvation. All right, but we also know what He can do if we don't, do what we got to do. We know that He can give us terrible judgments, terrible pain. All right, put us in bad situations, man. That's why we fear Yahweh Shema Shai, man. That's the what's it called? The base for understanding. All right, but this is Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. So yeah, the fear, as I've been saying, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Okay, and as I said, it's like fearing your father, but on a much higher level. Cause your dad tell you, go mow the lawn, all right, and get it done before the day is done. All right, let's have two scenarios. One son has great fear and reverence for his father, so he's gonna get it done as soon as he got the time to. As soon as he got the time to, he gonna get that lawn mowed. All right, and on the other hand, it's a son that really don't care what his father say. He don't got any fear for him. All right, he gonna take his time, procrastinate, and probably not even get it done. All right, because he doesn't have that fear and reverence. And now, all right, the dad come back home to his lawn not mowed, and his ass is getting beat. Okay. Now, they both love their dad, but they don't have the same fear and reverence. All right, that's one of the most basic differences between the men of the Lord and niggas in the world. Fear of the Lord. All right. This is Sirach chapter 43 and verse 29. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is His power. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt Him as much as ye can, for even yet will He far exceed. And when ye exalt Him, put forth all your strength and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. So yeah, the Lord is a terrible and very great power, man. Okay? So, yeah, man, he's the Most High. All right, he put our flesh together, centimeter by centimeter. All right. It was a cut in the video because somebody just called me, but yeah, man, the Lord is a terrible and great power. All right, and even that for that analogy I gave of the father and the two scenarios, the father can only do so much to what Yahweh Shema Shai can do. All right, the father can, he can beat your ass, probably give you some lashes, probably a bruise, depending on how far he take it. But the Lord can do unthinkable things to you, man. All because you didn't want to listen. All because you ain't have the fear to listen. All right, you see what I'm saying? Okay? We not only doing this work because, all right, he's our creator, but we know what's gonna happen to us if we don't. We know a horrible judgment is gonna happen to us, and even worse judgment for us because we got the understanding. Okay, it's different from us and just a random clueless nigga in the world. We took this vow. We declared the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. So having the fear is is one of the key things that's going to drive you to do this work. Okay? That's why, when these so-called Christians say, the Lord don't want you to fear him for real. All right, he just wants, you know, all love and something along the lines of that. All right, they don't read the scriptures for real. Okay? This is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 28. Fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. And that goes into the point I just made, man. All right, nobody on this planet can do as much to you as Yahweh Shem Shai can do. All right, a regular human cannot do nothing close to what an omnipotent power, okay, can do to you. All right. There's Amos chapter 3 and verse 5. Can a bird fall in the snare upon the earth, where no gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? So yeah, man, the Lord, he also controls everything, man. All right. So what you think he gonna do to you if your ass not listening? If you doing this and doing that, doing folly, just being reckless, man. All right, he can have your goddamn. He can have anything happen to you, man. Okay. As scripture says, much is given, as much is required, man. If the Lord want to give you a punishment where it's just a slight slap on the wrist, or he want to give you a punishment where your ass gonna feel it for the next 10 years, then it's a perfect judgment, man. All right, and it could come out of nowhere. You think you doing okay? All right, you ain't, but you ain't been on your stuff. You ain't been reading, doing the work for real. You've been really kind of neglecting your office. The Lord is gonna get on your ass. Okay, and all that laziness comes from not having enough fear. And yes, we in the flesh, so even still, we don't understand the true conceptual power that is Yahweh Shem Shai, but still, man, that just comes from not having enough fear. Okay, because also the Lord does give us a whole lot of mercy, man. All right, more mercy than we would give ourselves if we were in his position, probably. Okay, but yeah, man, you can't be taking advantage of the Lord's mercy before he do something crazy to you, man. But yeah, that's all I wanted to get into with this lesson. So I hope it was edifying. So with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kakudash. Second thing I want to do is give the honor to all the elders and apostles of the millstone and the side chasing all your brothers out of pushing the truth with both sincerity and with charity. Shalom, welcome Yasharallah. What a bother ball. Shalom, Akim. Stay faithful.